Hey, what's up everybody? This is Joshua Casper. Welcome to another review. Today we're going to be talking about the Kick Machines by Loopmasters. This is a pack of kicks driven by Operator that came out a couple of years ago. But one, I never did a review on it, and two, I still use the kicks today, so it's a no-brainer to show you guys this pack if somehow you missed it. What it is 5 drum racks filled with kicks, and they're kind of divided into genres. We got Deep House, DNB, Dubstep, EDM, and Progressive House. And when you drop each one of these drum racks onto a MIDI channel, you're presented with 11 kicks. Each one of these kicks is different, and you can audition them by clicking the play button or using your keyboard. And once you find one you like for your project, you can double click it, and then you'll be presented with the actual instrument itself. And then you can just take that and drag it onto another MIDI channel that you're actually going to be using for your track. So this initial drum rack is just to audition and find one you like, because a lot of the features, especially things like pitching the kick, aren't available inside of this drum rack. So what I use it for is to audition and get a sound that I like, and then I just delete the channel and come into a MIDI track with the instrument rack by itself instead of all of the instrument racks together in a drum rack. So here we go. That's a pretty heavy kick. But right off the bat, I have some controls over the tone, the kick time, the decay, the pitch attack, the pitch envelope, the transient level, transient shape, and transient color. So as you can tell, we can really get into some nice kick changes in there. And another thing that I really like about using the kick machines is that I can pitch it to the, the fifth of my bass line or whatever it is. So that's really cool too. And also I can adjust how long the kick hits. If that wasn't enough, let's just say that these 8 controls and the MIDI control wasn't enough, I can always go inside of the rack and then have full access over the inside of these instruments. So as you can see, just this, what's called the noise chain, has operator, the auto filter, it's got an overdrive, a saturator, a vocoder, another auto filter, and a saturator. So that's a pretty in-depth chain right there just for that one sound. That's the sound in the end. So the noise is that sort of noise, I guess, on top of everything. And then the tummy is the base of the kick. The subby, the big part. And then the transient is going to be the snappy beginning of the kick. So that's the overall run through of what is so awesome about these kicks, but a lot of them just sound great right off the bat. They might need a little bit of tweaking. I mean, the fact that you can pitch them up and down, the fact that you have total control over every possible sound inside of the kick just makes it that next level over a sampled kick. I mean, you can get some really, really great sounding sample kicks, but once you have a kick that's been sampled, you're kind of stuck with it. You can add some effects and stuff like that, but you're very limited to what you can do in terms of processing. While right here, I can get into the actual instrument that is making these kicks and adjust what I feel needs to be adjusted to fit my track particularly. So let's go ahead and audition some of these. These are the Deep House kicks. Like that one sounds really good. Sweet. And let's check out the DNB kicks. We can kind of assume these are going to be fairly shorter, punchier kicks with a lot more mid-range. That's a really clean one, while this one's really grimy. That's pretty cool though. So I've been kind of holding them down to let the sub end ride out, but something like DNB isn't going to let it ride out usually. It's just going to be that sort of... that sort of quick thing for a DNB style kick. But that's the DNB. Let's check out the dubstep. We can expect these to be beefier, heavier, bottom range, and usually going to play for a little bit longer than just the snappiness. That one's pretty cool. Okay, let's check out the Techno rack. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's industrial if I've ever heard industrial. Oh my gosh. Listen to that. That is awesome. So those are the Technos, and we have one more rack with another 11 kicks for progressive house style. That's pretty dope. It's pretty clean. Lots of saturation. That was pretty nifty. Anyway, there you go. So we got 5 times 11. It's 55 different bass kicks. I highly recommend them, guys. They're very well crafted, professionally crafted, one might say. And just the sheer possibilities, the sheer number of possibilities you have in terms of customization and tweaking of these things and getting them perfect for your track, it's just out of the question. They're not samples, they're not from like a VST that just kind of makes a kick for you quickly, and you really have to sit around and tweak stuff. Most of them have 3 different sections that are making up the kick itself, so you can go in and control each one of those. They all don't, but most of them do. And I think that this one only has 2, for example. But you can still get in and adjust this and make it, your own, or at least get it to fit perfectly inside of your track instead of right out of the box like a sample pack. You could also add more if you wanted to. You could take it away. You could mix and match from other racks, transients or tummies they call them, or noise. You can do stuff like that. I mean, just pack is super great. I'm going to stop talking about it, but I highly recommend it if you're a producer who likes complete control over the stuff you're using inside of your tracks. And the kick for most of EDM is really a focal point of the track, and it's super important to get it right. And this Kick Machines pack really allows you to get in and do what needs to be done. But anyway, we'll see you next time.